how should I put this? I think he is the center of my life. He's everything to me. And that became a reality when I first accepted him as my Lord and Savior at a fairly young age. I was 7 years old. I remember hearing the gospel preached, and I asked my father and told him that I wanted to give my heart and my life to him. Of course, I came up in a Christian home. My father was an elder in the church, and I think it was his desire to see all of his children become believers and followers. So he was more than happy. And ever since that day, there was a change in me. I was never a bad person, but God's Spirit dwelt in me, and I rely on him for everything. He's the reason I am who I am now and what I have achieved. The way I act, the way I treat my family, my wife, the way I run my business. I'm not perfect, but I can say that Jesus Christ, because of his influence on my life, has been a blessing to me, and helped me to be a blessing to others. Well, my journey to St. Andrews started, I think, as growing up in the Brethren Church. I think my journey started when I heard John MacArthur preach at the age of 13, and that opened up my mind to expositional preaching and teaching. And while I did get that at the church, my previous church, when I went off to school, I worshiped at a Presbyterian evangelical church. And the teaching was solid there. And so when I came back home, I went back to my previous church, but wasn't quite settled. And then I was asked by a friend to visit St. Andrews. And he said that the teaching ministry there was excellent. And when I came and I heard for myself, I started telling others to come, even though I wasn't a member. I think one of the things that the members of St. Andrews must appreciate is the teaching ministry and the preaching ministry here. Expositional preaching and teaching. That is the thing that drew me here. And then when I came to visit, the warm fellowship of the people and the ministry of the church, right? A lot of people had asked me, where do you go? And I'd say St. Andrews, and they would say, where is that? And when I explained to them it's across from the central bank, a lot of them would say, are they still even open, right? But the thing that the members of St. Andrew's Kirk would impress upon me was their generosity to the people in the neighborhood, the kids that come in here. So this is one of the things that drew me here as well. You always want to be able to give back and to do things, and sometimes you can't do that on an individual basis. But the church's commitment to its neighbors, to reach the neighborhood, that sat well with me. And I think that's something that the members don't quite appreciate, or if they do, that this church means a lot to the people in the area. You would see them come, we provide food, clothing, and whatever they need. And I think that's important as a church to be able to have ministry in the area and to demonstrate exactly your belief, your teaching, and show people what God truly is and how he shows his character in his people, you know.